And good afternoon, folks. We are here at Phelps Field for some soccer action. Omaha Westside is going up against the Omaha South Packers. A great top 10 matchup here. My name is Jaden Taylor. Alongside me this morning/afternoon here, Ross Jernstrom. I mean, it's a pretty beautiful day here.
It's not too bad. The rain's going to hold off. Little overcast skies. Temperatures in the high 40s right now. The wind's not really a factor. Maybe about 8 to 10 miles per hour, but we'll see how this game goes because the last time these two teams played, it was 4-3, so we're looking for a really good matchup today.
Yeah, so Omaha South, started off this season as really the heavyweight contender in Class A, and they're really looking to do some of that same, but in that Metro Conference Tournament, so looking at that one there, the win for Omaha South is a really close game, but 3 early goals in the first half for Omaha South was able to let them prevail in the second half. But going from there, looking at the standings throughout Nebraska here, the Omaha World Herald standings, some little bit of a mix-up. So Omaha South would win that semifinal matchup up against Westside, then would go up against Creighton Prep in their next round and would lose to them. And Creighton Prep would go on to win the Omaha Metro Conference Tournament and bump up to the 3 seed. Of course, at number 1, Lincoln Southwest has just been flawless this season. Really we really saw them as a top contender this season, but really what they've been able to do up against a lot of those hack teams is really big for them.
And Omaha South is number 2 in the wild card standings, and that means everything at the end of the year. 9-1 on the season, and they've really played well. Impressive Packer team as usual. Joe Moss has traditionally a great team. He's been there 22 years, and the last 10 years he's made it to the state tournament. They're one of the powers in high school soccer in Nebraska.
Yeah, especially with this team overall. Multiple state championships the last couple of years. They've really just always continued to be a contender, no matter where you're going up against, what season's going to be. But for Westside, it's going to be a tall task for them going up against this team again, against the second game for them up against Omaha South, so maybe seeing them a little bit. So looking once again here in this one, our first soccer matchup we're going to see here on WTV Live's Game of the Week, and what a game it's going to be. Westside has a really good chance to be able to make up a top 5 upset, and going into the season, this Westside team was somewhat of a middle pack team, I'd say, overall, but it's really been jumping up in a lot of big wins lately.
Well, they got off to a tough start early in the season, but they've really come around, and I think even that loss against Omaha South in the Metro Tournament, a 1-goal loss, really gave them some confidence to say that they could fight battle to battle with this Packer team. And that game was 3-2 at halftime. And then South scored a goal early in the second half, and then Westside added on a goal with 20 minutes left. But that game was still in doubt in the final minute. So I think this could go either way today. I think Westside is looking for that statement win today, and they could get it today against the Packers.
Yeah, I think you want to see from this Westside team, both Tristan Alvano as well as Luke Van Bell has worked really well this season, being able to pass it back and forth. Alvano is one of the best sophomores in this state, and he just continued a strong season.
And the Warriors come out on the field getting ready for the start of the game. They're huddled out there about the 33-yard line of the football field. And also the South High Packers, they're getting ready for this game. They're huddled out there at midfield. Last few moments before the opening kick of the game. And we've got probably about a couple hundred fans here for the game this afternoon. One of the best matchups, a top 10 matchup between these two teams, and it's going to be quite a thing.
So looking here, Westside going up against Omaha South. Be a great matchup here. See what this team can do. We've seen a lot of star power from this Warriors offense these last couple of games. Of course, a 10-0 win up against Omaha North last night, somewhat of a prelude to what they can possibly do here. They're going to need everything they can get from this top Omaha South team.
Both teams out on the field right now. They're getting ready for the pitch to start this match between Omaha Westside and Omaha South. South comes in ranked third in the state in the latest Omaha World Herald rankings, and Westside is ranked 8th in Class A. Should be a great matchup here this afternoon at Westside Stadium. Here we go. The opening kick between Westside and Omaha South, and South at midfield works the ball around out near the midfield mark. It's still their ball. And now it goes to Westside. Westside will take the ball out near midfield.
I think a really big thing for Omaha South here right now is just getting on Westside early. We saw in that first game, able to get some early goals, being able to get them some momentum on their side, and really being able to keep that momentum, keeping a 1-goal lead, especially going into the second half, will be very important.
There you see Zach Goldner working the ball inside. Now Westside tries to work the ball towards the sideline. Just these opening few minutes of the game, both teams trying to feel each other out. South trying to work it downfield. You notice how many defenders Westside has back early here in this match. Probably 4 or maybe 5 defenders back there.
Yeah, they've been working a 4-3-3 for much of this season. In that first game as well, they played a lot of 4-3-3 up against the Omaha South team. I think that's really what Dean wants in this team.
This South team can score a lot of goals. So far this season, they have outscored their opponents by as much as 27-12 in their matches. South has outscored their opponents 31-8. They have 6 shutouts, while Westside has outscored their opponents 27-12, and they have 3 shutouts so far this season.
Yeah, great play right there by Martin Marino, the sophomore goalkeeper. They've been working him as well as Cade Martin, actually part of the WV Live crew as well. Been working a lot. Those two back and forth. One might get the first half, one might get the second half. We'll see what Dean wants to do here today.
The 2 goalkeepers today for Omaha South is Rondolfo Ramirez Sandoval, and for Westside, it's Adam Jenvek for the Warriors. Check that, Marty Marino in as the goalkeeper for the Warriors here today, the sophomore, looking for a big game against the Packers. It'll be South's ball in their goal. Working it out along the near sideline. Trying to find some room at midfield. Very patient Packer team. Trying to find that opening in the Warrior defense. Westside trying to work the ball around to the left side now. They've got some openings over there. Working the ball inside. But the South has really played the ball quite well. Flooding that area with their defenders. Jane, both these teams are defensive-minded here in the opening minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important to see who can really jump on quickly. I mean, we were talking about that earlier. Both these teams are just don't want to let something up too much early get the game out of reach in any way possibility.
South working the ball downfield. Emmanuel Palga takes it down there. Marty's got the ball. Now it's worked outside.
I think it'll be interesting what Suevas wants to do right there, being able to pass it up to Jake Garcia. This team getting some big breaks.
Westside looking for that opportunity down here on the south side. Working the ball inside. They may have an opportunity here. And the goalkeeper, Rondolfo Ramirez Sandoval, takes the ball. Works it to the outside.
I think we'll see a lot from Westside, a lot of open pressure, especially when you have so many guys defending back deep for Omaha South. You don't want to find too many mismatches.
Both teams defensive-minded here in the first half, really putting a lot of players back on defense. Palga looking for the shot inside, but a nice save there to stop the goal.
A great defensive play right there for Marty Mormino, laying his body out. That might come up big later on.
Marty, only a sophomore. You don't always see a sophomore in the net this early in a high school career. So he's off to a strong start here at Westside.
Yeah, this team has a lot of underclassmen leadership. We talked about Alvano, Will Bowerly as well. Mormino is just another example of that.
Smart play there by Mormino just to get the ball out, get some of the Westside defenders back. South looks inside, battling for the ball there. They've got an opportunity here, inside, and it's over the net, off the crossbar for South. So that's our first shot on goal here today, and South had an opportunity there to get in the net.
Yeah, great movement there. Mormino tried to come up a little bit, maybe over pursued a little bit, but not quite able to get that one in the goal.
Westside comes into this game with a new first-year head coach, Mike Dean. Mike coached at Millard West as an assistant from 2005 to 2010, and the Wildcats won the title while he was at Millard West. Now he's been in club soccer and with the Sporting Omaha Club. Now he's coaching Westside, and this would be a big statement win for the Warriors and his soccer program with a win today over Omaha South.
Especially getting about mid-season, it'd be very important to get some momentum going on in the back half.
South working the ball downfield. Nice dribbling there by Palga to work it inside, but no one's there for the Packers. Over on the other side of the field, head coach Joe Moss, been there 22 years. He's won 3 state titles with the Packers. Now Westside has an opportunity here. Now South gets back on defense very quickly. An opportunity there, the Warriors, for a chance.
Yeah, it really works out like we talked about, that defensive mindset that this Omaha South team really wants to work in the first half. The Warriors need to capitalize on the opportunities that they get.
You can see how many white shirts with Omaha South. They're so quick. They really play good defense. And that ball will go to Omaha South.
Yeah, ball just went out near the net. And they'll keep it back the other way for the Packers.
So far, a defensive game here. We're closing in on the 9-minute mark of the first half. No score between Omaha South and Omaha Westside. Both teams have been very patient this early in the game, trying to feel each other out. Only one shot on goal, and that was by South.
I think the playmaking ability of Omaha South is going to be really big here late in the first half and possibly in the second half as well. But it's really going to come down to very few couple chances.
Their speed is so deceptive, the way they quickly get to the ball. And that's Luis Garcia Orozco with a nice pass up the middle. And the Packers have a chance here.
Two great defensive plays right there by Ethan Golder and Adrian Suevas. Just being able to keep that ball out and not giving really a 1-on-0.
The field is really spread out, not as bunched together as we saw earlier in the match. Westside now has the ball. Now South has sent it back. It'll be a Westside kick.
Alvano tripped up there a little bit, and we'll give it back to the Warriors.
And this will be a free kick at midfield for the Warriors. Looking for that one place where he can put the ball to maybe get a header in. Here's the ball. Westside can't get it in there. South knocks it out with a header. And the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be South's ball for a kick. Westside trying to get a little more offense here in this match. Working the ball downfield.
Yeah, again, I really think it's really going to come down to those two forwards up front. Three forwards up front. Valenzuela, Luke Van Bell, and Tristan Alvano. Really getting a lot of those open positions. 4 opportunities will be really big.
Jake Garcia working the ball over to the side of the field, but the Warriors just can't get it in there. Sun's starting to come out here at Westside Stadium. A few more fans have trickled into the stadium for this top 10 matchup between Omaha Westside and Omaha South. No score. We're at the 12-minute mark of the first half. South trying to work the ball downfield. They've got an opportunity here. Palga works it to the midfield. We've got a chance here, but South cannot do it. Westside's defense plays really well in there. Westside tried to work down the ball down there, almost had a breakaway, but now it's South's ball. Great tradition between these two schools, Westside and Omaha South. Westside has won 2 state titles, 17 state appearances for the Warriors. They've been the runner-up 4 times through the years. And Omaha South has really come on the last 10 years and been one of the top 2 teams in the state.
I've consistently seen them in Class A, and then Scott in Class B has just really dominated these last 10 years as well.
This will be a free kick for the Warriors. And South has the ball now, working the ball upfield. Nice passing by the Packers. Here's a chance for the Packers. Bessero works the ball to the outside. Here's a shot. Marty comes out, saves the ball. Good defense by the Warriors.
And I think like we were talking about, that defensive mindset might have hurt the Packers right there.
Now South has a chance here. They've got a shot on goal, and it just trickles away. A nice save by their Marty Marino.
Yeah, and defensively, Westside's really got to get players back quicker. Marino was seeing a 2-on-3 and a great save to just poke it out.
So this will be a corner kick for the Packers. They work the ball to the far side of the field. Skilled on an opportunity here. Good defense by the Warriors. They've packed it in there. But they've taken the ball. And South loses a huge opportunity there to get on the scoreboard.
That Westside a really good job of just being able to pack the area and not give too many open shots.
South works the ball downfield, gets the ball away, and takes possession. Nice collision there. No call by the official. Great ball handling by the Packers just to get that ball to midfield. There's a pass deflected by the Warriors. And Westside tries to get it downfield. South moves the ball downfield. The Westside is there to stop it. Goes out to midfield. And Westside controls the ball now.
Like we were saying, some of the defensive setup here. Now their team really giving the other too many opportunities. And it's really been a slow first half.
Very different from this first matchup in the Metro Tournament, where 5 goals were scored in the first half alone.
Yeah, I definitely think both coaches saw that game and saw some of the possible flaws in their defensive schemes in those games and switched it up.
This will be South's free kick near midfield. They spread the field. Palga works the ball in, but Westside takes it away. Here's a chance for the Warriors. Oh, long pass there. Great opportunity for Westside.
Alvano almost had an opportunity there. Too far of a pass to him.
Edward Cisneros Garcia, nice pass up the middle. Had a chance there for the Packers. 3 players deep downfield. But it'll be Westside's ball on the far side. Free kick for Westside. Nice kick by Mormino. Downfield. All the way to the other goalkeeper.
Yeah, surprised there wasn't a call there. Alvano kind of went up for a header. Got bumped in the back a little bit. Looks like they're going to get a free kick.
We'll have a free kick midfield, and we'll watch the Packers line up. A wall right there. 4 players right in front of the kicker, 10 yards away.
Going to be a big chance here for Westside. Both Valenzuela and Garcia right there.
South moves their players a little more towards the near side. Here's the kick. And it's high over the crossbar. Great opportunity for Westside to get on the scoreboard. So the score remains 0-0 with 19 minutes into the match. Westside's got a chance here. Inside, and the shot is left wide to the left by Luke Van Bell. Another opportunity for the Warriors just slips away.
Yeah, a little bit of a lacking on defense somewhat, which we haven't really seen a lot today from Omaha South. Allowed that really big opportunity for Westside, but stays 0-0.
Westside's ball near midfield. They try to get it down, but that'll be a long kick. Nice throw there by the keeper. South working very aggressively on offense. Got the ball at midfield. But Westside takes it away.
Really might want to see something on the outside.
And Westside still has the ball. Work it to the far side. Shot inside. But South is able to get the ball away and moves it out. Westside still has possession. Long shot on the goal. Bounces to the keeper. And we are at the halfway mark of the first half. No score between Westside and Omaha South.
Yeah, again, we've been talking so much about that defensive scheme these two teams have played out here. But now their team has really been able to capitalize on their opportunities. A lot of different faults, a lot of missed kicks, and wide open opportunity earlier with that free kick for Westside. Garcia just threw it.
David Rojas with the throw in there. South works it out, but Westside takes it away. Has an opportunity here if they can get the ball past the defenders, but South is able to stop it. Westside with another opportunity here, but Westside cannot get the ball deep into South territory. Now it's South's turn. Pass downfield, and Palga could not get to the ball. And Mormino with the long kick downfield.
I think a great kick there from Mormino. I mean, that flips the script entirely, puts Westside in momentum.
It just turns the field like that when you get a long kick by the keeper.
Especially right after when your fastest guy, Palga, is all the way on the other side of the field.
Westside, nice steal there by Luke Nomeshi. It'll be South's ball on the far side of the field. Westside takes the ball away. Try to work it around, but South is there to stop it. Oh, we've got a chance here. Omaha South with the ball. Dribbles down. There's the shot. And it just is off the crossbar. Almost a goal for the Packers.
Kevin Sanchez there. A great opportunity to put it on net. But wow, just inches off for going in.
Besserell, one of the top scorers in the state, just misses a goal there. He already has 11 on the season. And you can see why. Almost a goal for the Packers. South works the ball down there. That's Palga down there. And it's offside by Omaha South.
Now Palga wide open for a shot, but clear on the other side of the field, I believe. We have one guy offside for Omaha South, but another missed opportunity for the Packers.
South has had 2 shots on goal that have hit the crossbar. Game is still scoreless at the 23-minute mark. They work the ball down. Westside's got a chance here. Shot blocked. In there. And a goal for Westside. The Warriors take the lead in the match.
I believe they called something there. Might have been offside.
Offside.
Albano. A couple guys mixed in there, but dang, so close for Albano.
Went in the net, but the penalty hurt. That was the best offense we've seen out of the Warriors so far in this match.
And even so clumped up, I mean, you had Van Bell, Valenzuela, and Alvano all there, plus 3 Packers defenders. And what a job by Alvano just being able to put that one on net.
So close of a chance there for the Warriors to get on the board and take the lead in this match. Couldn't get the break there. South works the ball downfield. And it's out of bounds. South's ball. There's the throw in. South works the ball inside, but Westside clears it out. And South just kind of clears it out to the side, now to midfield. Works it to the near side. It'll be Westside's ball at midfield.
Looks like we're going to see a substitution here. Adam Rice is going to come into the ball game, as well as Braden Hoppenstall.
Adams had some good matches this year, scored some big goals.
Yeah, we saw him in that Papillion La Vista game in that Metro Conference Tournament. First game of that one for the Warriors. And it was a really slow game to start off with, only 1 goal apiece going into OT. And then an onslaught of 3 goals for Westside in double OT were allowing them to move on to the second round up against Omaha South.
Nice clear out by Will Bowerly, the defender. Only a freshman playing defense for the Warriors back there. A nice play to clear it out.
Yeah, Bowerly ended up becoming the varsity kicker in the second half of the season for football after playing all 3 levels before he's finally able to get moved up for the playoffs.
South working the ball inside the box, but they're not allowed by the Warriors to get a shot. And this will be a free kick for South. Dangerous position here for the Warriors.
Yeah, I think you got to find something the opposite side of the net. Mormino's lining up somewhat in center. But another opportunity here. Can they convert?
The Warriors got a wall set up with 4 players, 10 yards away from the kick.
Possibly some substitutions. Referee's trying to see what they want to do here.
Here we go. There's a kick inside, and the shot is over the crossbar for Omaha South. They've had 3 go over the bar or hit the bar so far this afternoon. Score remains scoreless between Omaha South and Westside. We're at the 27-minute mark of the first half. And South's got a chance here. Great save right there by Mormino to stop the goal for Westside. And Westside clears it out. Now they've got an opportunity. Good defense there by South. Managed to get back. They're so fast back there. And South clears it out. And they'll just get the ball back to Mormino. And the Warriors set up their positions again. Long kick out near midfield. And that'll go with South's ball on the far side near midfield. Westside works it down on the far side. Pass inside. Got a chance here. And it'll be South's ball. Nope, Westside will maintain possession. Long kick in the mid area. South with the header. Oh, Palga falls down. That'll be a free kick for the Packers. And we have a player down on the field. Next, Luke Noameshi, the midfielder, the freshman. But he's back up.
Yeah, Luke also playing basketball this season. Got up in the last few games of this season for varsity. But a lot of two-sport athletes on this team.
South working the ball inside to the near side and back out. Looking for an opening. Good defense by the Warriors. And sometimes that's the best way to do it. Just clear it out like that.
Great foot movement from Abdallah there. Might have found an opportunity, but great defense just to be able to stack that area up. Maybe get an offensive opportunity.
Westside with the ball at midfield. And that'll be a free kick for the Warriors. Warriors pack it in on the left side of the field. Only one player to the near side. It'll be Zach Goldner with the kick. Long. And the keeper, Rondolfo Ramirez Sandoval, takes the ball. Little too far on that kick.
I know we've been talking about it a lot, but just a really slow first half here, especially from what we were maybe expecting in this one after kind of a shootout in the first game. We'll see which team. I mean, one goal here, one goal there is going to be really important for either of these teams. I can bring a lot of momentum to either way. And both these teams, I can really tell, especially this season, have really fed off momentum, especially in that Philly La Vista game. I mean, 3 goals in the double overtime. They just kept tacking it on.
We're down to the final 10 minutes of the first half. No score between Westside and Omaha South. Been a defensive battle. South has had 4 shots on goal. 2 have hit the crossbar. But good defense by the Warriors have been able to keep this game scoreless. Had some great saves by Marty Mormino, the sophomore in the net today. Really has done a good job.
He's laid out for a few balls, especially after some mismatches for the Omaha South Packers' favor. We'll see what they can do here.
South working the ball inside. They've got an opportunity here. Palga just misses the kick.
I think he got Suevas in the chest. No hurt feelings there.
But that was a big opportunity for the Packers if Palga could have got it in.
I think that's really been the story of the day for Omaha South. Just missed opportunities. They've had a lot of mismatches. They've been able to get the Westside defense off balance. Just hasn't been able to find anything.
Westside with an opportunity here. They've got 4 players downfield. But South takes it away.
I think Westside maybe needs to get a little bit more over-aggressive, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense has done great so far this game. Ethan Goldner, Suevas, as well as Mormino. I think it'd be really important, especially when they are all on the offensive end, to not really just give it up when they don't quite have the ball with them.
Zach Goldner with the ball. Passes downfield. Nice passing by the Warriors. Good defense by the Packers to get the ball back. Visceral with the pass up the middle, and Palga's got a chance here, but Mormino kicks the ball away, save another chance by Packers to get on the scoreboard in this game. Mormino very aggressive out there to stop the kick.
Yeah, Palga was tapping Mormino on the butt a little bit there, giving him some credits. I mean, Palga just unable to get to that one in time, but he's been able to use his speed a lot today.
South working the ball downfield. And they've got a chance here. Work the ball inside the box. And Westside clears it out. It'll be South's ball on the far side of the field. Westside will pack it in with the defense. But another opportunity here for the Packers.
Yeah, I think if you're Omaha South's coach, I mean, you can't be happy with the lack of execution a lot of these opportunities, but you got to be happy with their offense being able to push this Westside defense. I mean, most of this first half has just entirely been on the backside for Westside, but it allows for a lot more open chances here later in the first half and in the second half.
Mormino with the long kick again, downfield. And we're coming up on the final 5 minutes of the first half. No score between Westside and Omaha South. And that'll be the Warriors get a free kick near midfield. Maybe get a chance here in the closing minutes to get on the board. Adrian Cuevas with the kick. And he'll just pass it over to Goldner. Goldner works it inside. Big battle there near the near side, but Palga has it for South. Passes it, and South tries to get the ball out to midfield. Long kick for the Packers, but that'll go way out of bounds. It'll be Westside's ball. Just 3 minutes left here in the first half. No score between Westside and Omaha South. The Warriors have the ball. Clear it out. And now South will have it. You don't want to give up a late goal here.
Okay, we're talking about so much momentum with these two teams. A late goal here at the end of the first half could do a real big damage for, I wouldn't say the ego, but the momentum that Westside's been trying to build in a game like this to get a statement win up against a top 5 team, one of the top teams that was coming into the state into this season. But now the team really wants to budge.
Westside's got the chance to move it downfield, but South gets the ball back.
See what they can do here. Alvano was just subbed out. So really 2 midfielders kind of working somewhat of the forward.
South with the ball. Now Westside has it back. Westside working the ball downfield.
Yeah, Westside fans wanted some kind of foul there.
Yeah, you could hear it. Approaching the final 2 minutes of this first half. No score yet between both teams.
Again, we talked about it so much. Just a real different atmosphere in this one since the last game. Last game we saw it a little bit chippy there in the first half, and now it's been somewhat even and a lot slower.
South working the ball downfield. Good defense by the Warriors to put the ball out. Cuevas, the nice header out to stop the momentum of the Packers. Get it out there to Bisserell. He's the player to watch for the South. Now Westside gets the ball back. Long kick downfield. Warriors with possession, trying to get it inside. Long kick. And he can't get to it. We're down to the final minute of the first half. No score. And South will bring it in. It'll be a kick by Rondolfo. Just clears it out. Westside can just hold it here with no score. I think would be a big confidence builder for the Warriors. South tries to get it inside. And they've got an opportunity here, working the ball downfield. Palga. Oh, that was close. Omaha South. And they'll just let the clock run out. And the first half is over. No score yet between Westside and Omaha South. 0-0 here on this top 10 matchup between these two teams. And they'll go through a 10-minute halftime, and then we'll come back for the second half. Again, the score 0-0 between Omaha South and Omaha Westside.
And we're back here on Warrior Television with this week's game of the week. 0-0 at the end of the first half. Westside going up against Omaha South. A top 10 matchup both in Class A and throughout the state. And looking at our Dunkin Trivia question of the game, when was the last time these two teams played in the state tournament? A few years ago. It's only happened once. But again, hashtag Dunkin Trivia on Twitter. First person to get it right will get a $10 gift card to any Dunkin Donuts in the Omaha Metro Council Bluffs area. So here, looking at the second half, I mean, what do these two teams got to do to get on the board?
Well, both teams have been pretty conservative here in the first half. Westside really relied on their defense. Martin Marmino really had a strong first half in the net. Saved two really big shots by the Packers, and then South also had two attempts that went off the crossbar. So Westside is fortunate to have this game be scoreless right now going into the second half.
Yeah, I think really for Omaha South, I mean, you just got to capitalize on those opportunities overall. We're not able to do that in the first half. And Westside, they got to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. They really might find themselves giving up possession in their offensive side of the field, but then it would just kind of let Omaha South do what they need to do. So we'll start off here, long kick down the field. Westside trying to find something here. Luke Van Bell with the header, give it off to Tristan Alvano. And Omaha South look to work it back out. Westside will keep it. Noah Shemi. Alvano trying to work around. Alvano trying to work on the outside, and a long kick will go out. And it'll be off of Alvano, go back to the Packers.
Westside trying to get something going here in the first half.
Might be an opportunity here for Isaiah Valenzuela. He'll give it back off, work it back around, try to see what Westside can do. Golden defenseman. So Omaha South look to bring it back up. Great defensive play there by the Warriors. Valenzuela pushed off by, it looks like, number 20. Check that here in a second. Number 20 and held by Shez. And Westside will get a free kick here. Goldner will be the one taking it. And another opportunity here for Westside.
Westside's got about 4 players to the near side of the field looking for that opportunity.
40 yards out. Goldner flipped it up. Bouncing back around, a little header, and it'll be cleared back out. Now Omaha South a good opportunity here. Gonna have a long run. Martin Marmino gonna get onto it, and he'll kick it out.
That's a big aggressive play there by Marmino, going about 40 yards out of the field to stop that ball. He's been aggressive all day, and that has helped the Warriors keep this game scoreless.
And I think that's really why they've kept him in here in the second half. A lot of times they'll flip it up between their 3 keepers in the first and second half. And Marmino just been spectacular today up against a really good Omaha South offense. So Van Bell will try to bring it up in the outside. Trying to work it around, good foot movement. Now kick it back out. Little cross. Gonna go in! And it's a goal! Isaiah Valenzuela in there for the first goal of the game.
Big goal by the Warriors there. Isaiah Valenzuela, the junior defender, in there and just knocks the ball in to get the Warriors on the board 1-0 here, 3 minutes into the second half.
And talk about Keon Nolte, able to get on that outside. Van Bell did a great job just being able to work around some Omaha South defenders. And then Nolte with the cross over to Valenzuela. And Westside is up 1-0 here. And Omaha South, some of those missed opportunities in the first half might be costing them.
But that's a great thing for Westside right now to get on the board, take the lead in this match, and it really kind of upsets what South needs to do.
So So Mormino will get a free kick just about midfield. As we get just over the 4-minute mark here in the second half. Long kick. Alvano's going to try to get under it. Little header. Nolte. A lot of Omaha South defenders. Mitchell Fair. Give it off to Suevas. He's tripped up again. A hard spike to the leg. And Adrian been taking somewhat of a beating here today. A kick to the chest. A little spike there. And he'll take a second.
Back up. He's okay. He's going to walk it off. He's going to stay in the match.
So Westside will look for another opportunity here. About 50 yards out, Ethan Goldner. Valenzuela looking for the header again. Will be pushed back out. Polga will try to get it. Great defensive play there by Will Bowerly. Able to keep that one in and with Westside possession.
Great play by Bowerly, just a freshman here for Westside. And the Packers try to get it inside. Westside, good possession here. Keeping the pressure on the Packers deep in their territory.
We'll see what Omaha South can do. Long pass. Can be broken up. Move back around. Good defensive ability from Adrian right there. A long pass. Looking for an opportunity on the offensive side of the ball. Mormino is going to have to head it. Talking about that aggressiveness. Big play there. Another long kick back down the field. And we'll see what Omaha South wants to do. Garcia will give it off to Van Bell. And looks like Omaha South will get possession back.
Westside putting their defenders back there. They've got about 5 to protect this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think especially here you got to go back to the same mindset you had in the first half. And a lot of aggressive opportunities for Omaha South, but if you can continue the defense that they've had, you're in a great spot.
Jake Garcia working the ball out to the side. Does a nice job.
Valenzuela's been working quick on that outside as well. Long pass. Going to go to Mormino. And he'll see what he can do with it. Just over 6 minutes here in the second half. A really big Isaiah Valenzuela goal in the second minute. Has the Warriors up 1-0.
And you got to feel good if you're Mormino in the net with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, put somewhat of the pressure, at least lift it off your shoulders to a point. Of course, Omaha South, I mean, that offense has been so big today. It's really pushed this Westside defense on its heels. But somewhat even here in the second half. And Westside's looking to capitalize.
And the Packers are so quick, they can turn this game around with a goal. Just there, you can see the quickness of the Packers, the way they move that ball around and their ball handling. But Westside's got a chance here.
That one's going to get kicked up to the middle. Omeshi. Try to work it back around for Omaha South. Out to the outside. We'll see if Omaha South can get something going here. Little weak kick. Polga has the edge. Trying to work around Bowerly. Great defensive play by Bowerly. They're going to keep it in for Omaha South. Ball will go out of bounds. And they'll throw it in. Polga will throw it in. A little bit of mixed up in the corner and go out of bounds. And Westside avoids another one.
But great defense there by Will Bowerly just to stop the passing there. Really good work by the freshman defender.
Once again, a really big goal in the second minute. Isaiah Valenzuela is what has this Westside team up 1-0. And an errant pass from Mormino has another offensive chance for the Packers, excuse me. A little bit of a kick, and Mormino's able to grab it. Goldner, push it to the middle. No Meshi. Working around. And Packers will bring it back up. Might have had an opportunity there, and they'll slow it down for the Packers. Long pass. Might be an offensive opportunity here. One on nothing. None able to get it. And the ball will be passed back out. Kevin Besseril.
Besserel's their top scorer, 11 goals so far this season. That's the guy who really makes this offense go for the Packers. And they are so quick back there. But Westside's been able to really defend them so far this afternoon.
I've been talking so much about the defense, and I think if you want to say this defense has turned into offense, that one big play and the opportunities that Westside has had, they've been able to make the most of them.
They've been very few for the Warriors. Not many shots on goal this afternoon for the Warriors. But they've been able to get that ball in the net, and that's what's important.
Another offensive opportunity here, 2-on-1, crossover, opportunity for a goal, and it's in. Edwin Cisneros Garcia ties it up at 1 here in the 10th minute.
Big goal by Edwin Cisneros Garcia. He slipped by the defender all alone there. Mormino didn't have a chance there against that shot. Just slipped by him on the left side, and now this match is tied at 1-1 at the 45-minute mark of the second half.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, going from a really good defensive game to somewhat of a defensive breakdown there for Westside. The Packers are able to finally capitalize on an opportunity, and it's tied back at 1.
Brand new game for both these teams now. A little more aggressive as they were compared to the first half. A lot more offense.
A little too much of a pass there from Noah Meshi, and Omaha South looking for an offensive opportunity here once again. Avano's quick on the outside, a little bit of a push. Packers will move it back to the middle. Long kick, trying to get to Paulga on the outside. Barely stays in, it'll go out. Paulga unable to get to it, and it'll stay back to Westside ball. Westside trying to find something here after a really slow first half. Both teams have really picked it up offensively here in the second. And we talked about it, somewhat of the same situation that we saw in the first game against these two teams. It's a really quick early second half.
In the first match between these two teams, South led 3-2 at the half, and then they came out in the opening minutes of the second half and scored a goal to make it 4-2. And then Westside added a goal for the final score, 4-3.
Might need another offensive opportunity here. Nolte, great block by Rodolfo Ramirez Sandoval, Westside looking to capitalize once again. Can't find anything. Caffey will give it off to Avano. Pass at the outside. Isaiah Valenzuela with a kick. And it's kicked out of bounds, but it'll be off Omaha South. And it looks like Westside will get a corner kick.
Great opportunity here for the Warriors to get something going to take the lead in this match. We're tied at 1-1.
This one's been close all day. And Valenzuela will get the corner kick. We'll see who they give it to. And it looks like they're going to have Mitchell Fair possibly take it.
Joe Moss, the head coach of Omaha South, conferring with the official, probably questioning what happened on that kick prior to the ball going out of bounds.
It looked like Abdallah just tried to clear it out, and it went too far out of bounds. Either Abdallah or Berselli, Besseril. But Mitchell Fair will get the corner kick as Omaha South stacks up near the goal.
And the official comes back on the field after conferring with Omaha South head coach Joe Moss. It looks like we're ready to start action here from the corner kick.
Big opportunity here for Westside. Both teams answered back and forth in the first 10 minutes of this second half. And referee still conferring a little bit, possibly might be a substitution. And there will. Omaha South looks like they're going to bring in number 10, Brian Cruz. And here's a corner kick, Mitchell Fair. A little bit of a cross and right to the hands of Ramirez Sandoval. He'll throw it back out to Polga and look to work quick for Omaha South.
I don't know if that delay hurt the Westside Warriors. About almost a 2-minute delay there while they waited for that corner kick might have hurt them.
Yeah, that very well can make an impact later on in this one. Westside's looking for another opportunity here. Nolte on the outside. Tries to make a move. And that kick is way out. And it'll be Omaha South Packer ball.
Chance for the Warriors there to get on the board. Take the lead in this match. We're tied 1-1 here.
Just over 12 minutes left to go, or into this second half, excuse me. And Omaha South trying to work in that offensive momentum after an amazing goal from Besseril. Let's go back the other way. Great defensive play by Adrian Suevas. And Mitchell Fair will try to bring it back up. Give it over to Luke Van Bell. Quick opportunity here for Westside. Great pass over to Tristan Alvano. He'll look for something here. He'll slow it down, try to work around him. The ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be an overhead throw. Mitchell Fair will bring it in. Fair might be winding back up for one of these ones here. Westside moving back around. Long throw in and right to the hands. Omaha South's goalkeeper, Sandoval. Working quick back the other way. We'll find an offense opportunity here. Quick back, one a little cross out of the outside, won't be able to get it. And Westside back with possession. Van Bell can't quite get it. And Polga will hold it for Omaha South. Polga's speed has been so dangerous for this team. It's really been the reason, especially right there, we saw 3 defenders closing in around him. Nolte going to give it off to Caffey. Caff will try to keep it in. Get it off in the corner. And Willie Ballard able to make a great play to keep it back in the offensive zone.
Yeah, the player you really got to watch for Omaha South is Polga. He is so quick with the ball, so deceptive with his speed and his quickness. He's the guy to keep an eye on back there, along with Besserell.
So Omaha South will bring it back up, try to find in the offensive zone once again. A long kick, trying to find an offensive opportunity here. 2-on-0, Marty Mormino able to clear it back out. And Mormino's had to do a lot today on the defensive side of the zone, and Omaha South have really been able to find a lot of breaking open opportunities against this Westside defense. Warriors will try to kick it back out. Omaha South will keep it back in. Nolte will give it off to Fair, and Westside will look to slow it down. Mormino will have to work quick, give it off back to Fair. Omeshi tries to find something here. Luke Van Bell. Westside working back quick in the offensive zone. Isaiah Valenzuela try to work back in. He tripped up a little bit, but no call there, and Paul will bring it back up.
Both these teams being very aggressive here at midfield, not giving anything up. Both coaches told me before the match that this would be a battle, and it's turned out to be that. We're tied 1-1.
A little bit of trip up there, and finally a call. Looks like Valenzuela tripped up there, and Westside will get a free kick. We'll see what they can do with an offensive opportunity here. And cleared back out and to go out of bounds.
It's interesting how the strategy of these two teams has changed from the first half when both teams left so many defenders back. And that game in the first half was very much a defensive game, and now it's turned into a lot of chances by both teams to get the ball near the net.
3 offensive substitutions here for the Warriors. Hoppenstall, Rice, as well as Raul Kalani. We'll see what these new forwards want to do. Rice unable to control it to go out of bounds. And Sandoval is going to slow down, see what he's working with. A lot of defenders back for Omaha South. And a kick, look over to Polga. Great play there, going to work around Caffey. Might find something here. Great cross is broken up. Goldner able to give it off to Luke Van Bell. Bell, little kick over to Rice, and it's broken up. Big play there. Caffey trying to jump on it, and Polga will get the possession for the Packers. Omaha South working it back up.
No call there. It'll be South's ball on the far side of the field. Very aggressive defense by the Warriors to keep this ball out.
Another switch of possession. Packers will get it once again. And it'll be a free kick about 40 yards out. We'll see what Polga wants to do with it. Check that. That's going to be Abdallah with it.
Polga and Besserell.
Long kick just on the outside of the side of the net. And didn't quite see that one coming. A long kick. Even somewhat got the Westside defense off guard from there. But nonetheless, this game's still tied at 1. Caffey trying to work it back around. Omaha South to try to find offensive zone once again. And Goldner will kick it back out. Ball will go out of bounds. We'll see what Westside can do. Another switch here.
A lot of substitutions here in the second half for both teams. This has been a grinder. Big battle.
And Nolan Spizak checks into the game. Be another penalty there. And Westside will get the free kick from about 47, 50 yards out. So Goldner will get this one here. Closing in on the halfway mark of this second half. This game's still tied up at 2. Long kick. He worked back out. And that one is shot way out of bounds. And a missed opportunity there on offense for the Warriors.
Westside keeping that pressure on, though, trying to keep the Packers deep in their territory.
It's been somewhat of a different story from the first half. Westside's had a lot more offensive opportunities and has kept it in their offensive zone rather than the first half, to where it was just about the exact opposite. See what the call is there. Might be some John from Polga. But Westside with the ball on a free kick once again. It's about 14 seconds here from the halfway mark in this second half. Again, this game tied at 1. Too early the first 10 minutes of this second half. Valenzuela and Verselli, little bicycle kick there from Kalani. Doesn't go anywhere. The ball will be cleared back out. It'll go out of bounds and stay to the Warriors.
Warriors keeping that pressure on here in the second half, keeping the Packers deep in their own territory.
Hoppenstall will give it off to back around. Spizak will try to get it, but Paul will bring it back out. Besserell trying to find something here for this offensive team, the Packers. And move back to midfield. Spizak working it back with Kalani. Paul able to break that one up. He's trying to work quick defensively. Back the other way. Big play might be coming here. Long kick. Goes into the net. Brian Cruz comes into the ball game here in the second half and puts one through. And down 1-0 to start off this second half. Omaha South is back in front 2-1.
Great goal there by Brian Cruz of Omaha South. Really just got it over Mormino's head to score the goal. And they take the lead 2-1 here. And we are 21 minutes into the second half. Halfway mark.
I know that's a big thing we've been talking about today, Marty Mormino's aggressiveness in a lot of these defensive schemes, but that one, it might have hurt him a little bit. Great move there. Garcia trying to work it around. Another offensive opportunity here for Omaha South, but it'll be a kick back out. Cisnero Garcia going to give it back off. Going to go back to Palga. Long kick to the outside. Abdallah tries to get it, tries to work it around. Another little kick, and nothing called there. Be worked back out. Omaha South being very dangerous in their offensive zone. We'll see what they can do here. Long kick going to go to the outside. Omaha South trying to find another offensive opportunity. A quick goal. Can they get two here early? Palga able to get the turnover there. And try to work it back around. Kalani on defense. Trying to work on Palga. He'll give it back off to the outside. I think especially here when we get under the halfway mark of this first half, going to be very important to see that Omaha South somewhat slows it down, doesn't let any big opportunities for Westside on offense. Might see one here. Adam Rice trying to work it back around, but it'll be cleared back out. Palga. Long kick going to go to the outside. And crossing. 1-0. And it'll be offside on the Packers. Free kick here from Westside. Needs something here quick. Needs some kind of offensive push for this Westside team. Oppenstall. Give it off to Kalani. He's tripped up. And finally a call there. And Westside will get a big free kick here.
Big opportunity for the Warriors in the first half. No score in this match. And then Isaiah Valenzuela has scored for Westside to make it 1-0. But South has come back here in the second half. Edward and Centeros Garcia tied it up. And then Brian Cruz with the goal for Omaha South to take the lead 2-1 here at the halfway mark of the second half.
So Luke Van Bell will look to possibly put one through the net here. 4 Omaha South Packers lined up. It's going to be a big one. Van Bell trying to tie it up for the Warriors. It'll be Mitchell Fair. Check that. We'll go back to Van Bell and just goes out. A great play trying to dive in there from Zach Goldner.
Great play by the Warriors. The ball, a ground ball all the way to the right pole of the net. Had a great opportunity. It's amazing that no one even touched that ball when it dribbled through.
Yeah, Goldner was trying to come to the outside. Not many Packers defenders saw him, but just unable to get that one in time. Long kick will go back the other way, and Omaha South try to do something quick here. Once again, there's a couple switches there on the offense side of the ball. Little flick. Is that one going to go in? And it does! Another goal for Omaha South. Kevin Becerril Sanchez able to get his first goal of the game. And Omaha South is pouring it on here in the second half.
Becerril with his 12th goal of the season. He's the leading scorer for Omaha South. Great job by South just to get that ball down, a long kick. And Westside just let the ball trickle in. They played the defense going way out, and the ball was able to just trickle into the net for their third goal of the match.
Yeah, another somewhat of a mistake there. We talked about, once again, that aggressive defensive scheme from Marty Mormino somewhat hurts him. And 2 goals just off of that ideal alone. And Omaha South a controlling lead as we're under the halfway mark here in the second half.
3 goals in 20 minutes for the Packers has really turned this game around.
So long kick. Valenzuela back in. And it'll go to the goalkeeper. Ramirez Sandoval will throw it out to the outside. And a long kick, trying to find something here once again. Good defense there. Passed up and blocked. Palga trying to find something here for Omaha South once again. Little nutmeg there from the middle from Cruz. And Omaha South and controlling here. Might be another possible goal here. Into the side of the net. Once again, Besseril Sanchez. 2 goals in under a minute. And Omaha South is up 4-1.
Big goal by Kevin Bisserell for Omaha South. His second goal of the match, and the Packers are on a run right now. Their 4th goal of the match in the last 20 minutes, and they've really taken control of this match against Westside.
And what a switch up this second half has been. I mean, that first half was slow and dragging on. We didn't know if this game might be a 1-0 score, might even go to OT. But Omaha South, after letting up an early goal to Westside's Isaiah Valenzuela in the first 2 minutes of the second half, have poured on 4 here in under 10 minutes.
It's almost like that goal by Valenzuela for Westside just ignited this South High team, and they've been on a roll with 4 goals, and they're really taking control of this match.
And I think a big thing for Moss overall for Omaha South is, this team had a lot of expectations coming into this season. They're ranked one of the top even in the country. And after a loss at Creighton Prep, even though starting off 10-0, a lot of critics have been pushing on this team for not being able to finish games, not being able to really push on the teams that have been able to push on. But here up against Westside, a strong second half. Another opportunity here. Marmino just able to get it. But Westside's defense has really struggled here in this second half.
I talked with Joe Moser before the match, and he told me this is not one of his best teams that he's had. He's had 3 state championship teams, and he says, you've got about a month left in the season. We'll see how this team improves, but today they're taking a giant step with 4 goals against the Warriors.
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with Omaha South for the rest of this season. A lot of really good Class A teams this season. Creighton Prep was able to take down this Omaha South team, their first loss of the season in the Metro Conference Tournament, 2-1. And Lincoln Southwest, the only undefeated team in Class A. But now another opportunity here. A little cross, Cruz over to the corner, and a big kick just goes wide. And Westside's defense is still really struggling here.
You'd think South might let up with that 3-goal lead, but I'll tell you what, they've got that killer instinct in them. They want to put this match away. They want to score as many goals as they can. They're not laid back to play defense. They're still being very aggressive on offense in this match.
And it's not like Westside's hasn't been able to put up 3 goals in 10 minutes before. They did it up against Papillion La Vista in double overtime to win that one. So for Omaha South to stay aggressive, it's very much so in their best interest. Little kick from there, going to go to Palga, and we'll see what they want to call it there. Might have been offsides, but it looks like it'll stay a Westside ball.
Those 2 forwards, Bisserell and Palga, really a 1-2 punch for this South High team. It's tough to defend them the way they are so quick, such strong kickers. They give a great advantage to the Packers. Westside will try to come back in this match.
A 47-yard kick out. Working around, Luke Van Bell trying to kick it. Omaha South trying to clear it out. Great defensive play there. Defense possibly working in the offense. Tristan Alvano trying to keep it in. Ball will go out of bounds, but it'll stay to the Warriors. Of course, this game, one of 3 soccer games we'll be doing this season. We'll have this one here, another girls' soccer game coming in next week And then our final game of the week later on, the last week of April, we'll see the Westside girls team go up against Lincoln Pius. And then after that, we'll get into district action. We'll have all district games here at Phelps Field, as well for the baseball team on Westside Field. But Omaha South looking for another opportunity here. And Westside's defense is really slowed down here in the second half. Somewhat defeated after 4 early goals, comparatively, especially here in the second half. But Omaha South really just wants to put this one away.
And they're not done. You can see that they still want to put more goals into that net, being very aggressive on offense. Only 2 defenders back for South right now.
So almost had an opportunity there on offense for Westside, but blocked away. Luke Van Bell was trying to give it off to Alvano. Long kick here, and too long will go to Mormino. And he'll roll it back off to Zach Goldner. Jake Garcia going to try to cross over to Luke Van Bell. A little bit of a kick. Alvano trying to find something here, and it is taken up by Sandoval.
Sandoval's had very few opportunities for saves this afternoon. Only allowed 1 goal in this match, but he's a good goalkeeper for the Packers.
Paul got a little bit tripped up, but another one here. Mormino will kick it back out to midfield. Garcia needs something here for the Warriors. They even want to make this one interesting. Mitchell Fair. Give it off to Garcia. Might see it cross. Garcia back to the outside once again. Fair, little kick over to Alvano. Too long. And it go back once again to Sandoval. But like you were saying, I mean, none of the saves that we've seen from Sandoval here today have really been too acrobatic. But he's not really needed to be. This Westside has not put a ton of pushes on net. The 1 goal from Valenzuela is a really good cross from Nolte. There's not much he could do on that one, but Omaha South coming back with a vengeance. 4 goals in just about over 10 minutes. Tristan Alvano trying to make a move. Little kick over and puts it in. That one might make it interesting. Tristan Alvano, little shimmy shake, puts it in. And with 8:50 left here in the second half, Tristan Alvano makes it a 2-goal ball game.
What a goal by the sophomore for Omaha Westside. Tristan Alvano with the goal. Just drilled it in there into the net to get the Warriors back in this match. Down 4-2 with just 8 minutes left. Maybe this will give this team a spark in the final minutes of the match.
Alvano fired up at that one. We've seen Alvano this season showing a lot of motion, especially in that first game. Long kick. We go all the way to Mormino. But Tristan Alvano wants to see this team back in this one. A 2-goal ball game. And what about that? 6 goals here just in the first about 30 minutes of the second half. Valenzuela might find something here. Another goal, especially here quick, would be very interesting. A little bit to the outside. And a kick, and it'll be offside. Check that. I believe it'll be a free kick.
I think it'll be a free kick from about.
The ref from the far sideline had the flag up like it was offside, but they'll give it to Westside, and Valenzuela will get another free kick here. Westside with a goal here would make it very interesting. A little bit of a flick up, header, and it'll be grabbed by Sandoval. Packers will try to work it back the other way. Westside desperately needs a goal. A quick goal there from Tristan Alvano makes this one a 2-goal ball game, but Westside needs something. Long kick and offside. Besseril tried to find his possible 3rd goal of the game there, but just too long.
7 minutes left in this match. The Warriors down by 2 goals, 4-2. Not giving up on this match today. against the number 3 team in the state, Omaha South.
Yeah, a lot of mixing back and forth in those top rankings. Omaha South, of course, especially in the last 10 years, has really been fixated in them. Justin Alvano trying to play some defense to work into some offense. He's aggressive there. But it'll go for the Packers. And we've seen Alvano. Alvano's not a kid to just give up in any play possible. He shows a lot of emotion. He's very physical. And he brings a really big presence to this team.
Well, that was a big goal for him to give the Warriors at least a chance here in the final minutes of the match.
It's a long kick. Trying to see if Omaha South can put this one out of reach. Broken up defense. A little bit of a flick. Besserell, bicycle kick. Just goes out. Great defensive play by Ethan Goldner. Besserell had it in the net, and Goldner just barely heads it out. And it keeps Westside alive. Not a good throw there by Mormino. But it'll go to Westside for a free kick.
Big save by Goldner. That really keeps the Warriors in this game.
Long pass, looking to get to Alvano. A little bit of a header. Low kick up to Alvano. Can he get a second goal? Can't go to put it in. And it'll be flicked up back over to Sandoval. Final minutes ticking away here. Westside needs 2 goals to force it into OT. But Omaha South trying to find another one here. Besserell offside once again. And he's unhappy with that call.
He's such a threat down there to score 12 goals this season. Just really done a great job for the Packers.
Valenzuela trying to work it back around. Westside desperately needs a goal here in the next couple of minutes to even make this one somewhat of a game. A 4-goal, 10-minute portion of Omaha South's second half is what has them in the lead. Besserell with 2 goals and is trying to find a hat trick. Not a great pass in there, trying to work it back around. Omeshi. Kick it back over to Goldner. And it looks like we'll get a substitution.
Four minutes left in this match between Omaha South and Westside. The Packers holding on to a 4-2 lead. Kevin Besserell for Omaha South, already 2 goals this season. In this match, 2 goals. He has 13 on the season now. Adrian Cuevas with the free kick here.
Long kick. Goldner tried to head it in, unable to get it. Luke Van Bell trying to get after it. Westside still in the offensive zone. Omaha South trying to kick it back out. Luke Van Bell give it off to Besserell. He'll try to work something on the offensive side. Armino's going to have to retreat back. And Adam Rice will head it out of bounds. Will stay Packer ball. So we have about 4.25 minutes left here in this one. Westside desperately needs a goal quick. Omaha South working it back around. A little bit of kick out. Westside needs to find themselves in the offensive zone. Omaha South really just wants to stall here. Cross over to the middle. Kick back out. Besserell on the far sideline. We'll give it back over to Baltazar, but he won't be able to get it. Westside needs a desperate goal here on this possession. Going to bring it back up to Nolte. He might have an opportunity on the outside. He'll kick it straight over to Sandoval. No even opportunity for a play there. And Omaha South will look to wind out these last couple minutes. About 3:17 left to go. And that ball is kicked out.
Would have been nice there for the Warriors to get in the ball in the net. Alvano just a little late getting to the ball there out in front of the goal before the keeper made the save.
Fair will overhead it into Noameshi. We'll give it back to Fair. A little bit of a short kick. Has to go up. Jake Garcia. Back over to Goldner. Costly turnover there. Omaha South's going to get the ball back. And time winding down on the Warriors' chance to come back in this one. 6 goals in the second half alone after a very slow first half, very defensive-minded first half. But Omaha South, after letting up an early goal to Isaiah Valenzuela, came back with a vengeance. A goal by Cisnero, Garcia, and Brian Cruz, and then 2 goals in under a minute by one of the top leading scorers in the state, Besserell. And Omaha South's got another opportunity here. Goldner trying to track him down. A little bit of a kick. Great block from Mormino. The ball will go to the outside. Westside needs to get it out quick. Besserell, long kick. And Mormino able to retreat and get to that one. Under 2 minutes left in this one. Westside needs a goal right now if they want to make anything in this one. Nolte trying to keep it over to Adam Rice. Needs something here. Rice. And a great kick out. Defensive play right there by Nick Abdallah. And Rice unhappy with that. No call.
Yeah, Westside was looking for the penalty there and a possible kick inside the box, but not to happen for the Warriors. And South's got it back in.
So Rice will try to give it back out. Tristan Alvano on the far side. Luke Van Bell trying to work it back in, give it back out, and it'll be cleared out. Still back into the offensive zone, and it'll go out of bounds towards the Packers. But with under a minute here left to go, looks like Westside's chance of coming back in this one is very unlikely. But what a second half we saw from both of these teams. An early goal from Isaiah Valenzuela 2 minutes into this one. And we thought, okay, Westside might be able to put Omaha South on their heels, but just quite the opposite. That might have fueled them in a different way. Omaha South, 4 straight goals, and just seemed to make a mockery of Westside's defense in about a span of 10.5 minutes. And we saw that early in the first half. They really controlled the momentum in that first half with 4 shots on net, but were never able to capitalize on their opportunities, and we thought that might have been an opportunity here. Tristan Alvano trying to put one in to end it, and it'll go out of bounds. Under 30 seconds left here to go. But Westside, after a 10-0 win up against Omaha North last night, will fall here to Omaha South. But a great matchup on both sides, and both these games have been comparatively close, other than really just the second half of this one.
Coming down to the final seconds here. One final shot by the Warriors, and that'll end the match.
So final score here, Omaha South. 4 goals in the second half allows them to prevail, and they take down Westside. A top 10 matchup once again in Omaha South. Trying to add to their record this season. They move on to 11-1 as Westside falls to 6-4. We'll be back next week for some more soccer action here on Phelps Field. We'll see the girls trying to add to their record after really struggling this first half of the season. But once again, Omaha South 4-2, and what a day for Besserell.
I'll tell you what Omaha South really showed their offense there in the second half. They had so many shots on goal there in the first half, weren't able to get in the net. But Marty Moreno really had a strong first half, did not allow a goal, made some big saves for the Warriors. But I'll tell you what, after Westside scored that one goal, it just sparked the Packers, and they really came on an onslaught with 2 goals by Kevin Bisserell and then goals by 2 other players for the Packers today. It was Edwin Cisneros Garcia and Brian Cruz added goals, and it makes 4 goals, pretty much a flip-flop of the match when they had in the Metro tournament. All the goals were scored in the first half, 5 by both teams. And this one, it was just the opposite. In the second half, all the scoring happened.
Yeah, I think for Westside, the one thing you got to take out of this is, it's a good competition that you're seeing here today after a blowout win up against Omaha North, which has not been a team that's seen a lot of daylight these last couple years. Going up against a team like Omaha South is really important to gauge yourself once again up to the top 10 teams. I mean, they played them before. They're able to keep them close, and it was really possible, hey, if we're able to switch up our scheme a little bit, you might be able to take a team down like this. But the one thing I think Westside will look to work on is really just being able to be a little bit more cautious on defense. We saw a lot of defenders trying to over-pursue, and we saw really quick guys like Besserell, Cruz, as well as Cisnero Garcia just being able to get around Westside defenders and have open, shots, and that's really not what you want to have, especially up against, a really good shooting team like this.
Well, South raises their record to 10-1 on the season. They're number 2 in the wild card standings, and they're really strong to finish the season with the wild card. Westside drops to 6-4. They are 6th in the wild card standings. They're still up there, but the schedule probably not as tough the rest of the season for the Warriors. They'll pick up some wins here, but they'll never face a quicker, faster team than Omaha South that they face today.
Yeah, I think going forward with that, of course, the top 7 teams will host districts. I think that'll be really important for this Westside team. They have always usually done better at home versus away or neutral side action. But it'll be really interesting to see how this last month pans out for these Warriors. Of course, we'll have all district games if those games are home, so hopefully they will, and we can show a couple more boys soccer games to end out the season. But once again, to end off this one, Omaha South 4-2, 4 goals in a matter of about 12 minutes in the second half, and Westside unable to truly answer back. But that one will end here. And for everybody watching out there, my name is Jaden Taylor. Alongside me this afternoon, Ross Jernstrom, Sydney Fueringer Rolls, Trinity Johnson, Maddie Schlegel, and Cassidy Freeze. And once again from WTV Live, thank you guys so much for this opportunity. Westside falls 4-2.